Hi everyone, we as a collective are students from University of Malaya. Under the course of Science and Technology, we'll be discussing about the topic COVID-19, the world's potential new plague, and also its effects on Science and Technology department. Before we start going into detail, let me introduce our group members. So now, let's dive into our topic. What is COVID-19? Well, COVID-19, or well known as the coronavirus by the media, is an infectious disease that is caused by severe acute respiratory syndrome, coronavirus 2, or SARS-CoV-2. The origin of the disease is still in vague as of now, but it is said that it had originated from Wuhan in the center of China in the end of 2019. It is also said that it is due to the rampant consumption of exotic animals such as bats that is openly sold at the fresh market there. Since then, the disease had spread globally, thus coined the term COVID-19, and is considered as a pandemic by the World Health Organization. However, this is not the first pandemic that the world has gone through. One other example is a pandemic that is considered as a plague, which is the Black Plague or the Black Death. It is prominent in the continental Europe and Asia in the mid-1300s. It is considered the most fatal and brutal pandemic recorded in human history, totaling upwards to 75 to 200 million deaths over the course of those few years. The plague, however, was caused by a bacterium called Yersinia pestis, which results in bubonic plague, septicemic or pneumonic plague. Different type of plague comes with variable symptoms which can be seen on screen. However, the mortality rate of different cause symptoms also varied, with pneumonic plague being 100% fatal even with treatment. The most popular theory on how the plague ended was the first ever implementation of quarantines, where uninfected people would typically remain in their homes and only leave when it was absolutely necessary. Similar case to the pandemic that we are facing right now. Through medical science and technology, although not as advanced as we are right now, people back then had started researching and developed a treatment against the plague, which is the usage of antibiotics including streptomycin, gentamicin, doxycycline or ciprofloxacin. Back to the current times, as of this video was produced, there are a total of 5 million or more cases of the COVID-19 recorded around the world by the WHO. A total of 2.3 million people had recovered while over 340,000 deaths has been recorded. The WHO estimated that the coronavirus has a mortality rate of 3.4% as of 3rd of March 2020. Serious symptoms of the coronavirus include mainly difficulty in breathing or shortness of breath. The cure of the virus is still unknown to us today. Although patients that had contracted the disease has recovered, it does not mean that they would be exempted or immune to the disease altogether. Recovered patients meaning that the virus is no longer replicating and is eliminated from their body. But rest assured, scientists and researchers had already started studying the virus closely and potentially finding a vaccine for curing the disease. Only recently, clinical trial for experimental vaccine for the disease had already started towards humans, which previously had already tested on lab mice. However, it might take a while for the vaccine to be properly developed and released for the public treatment. In the topic of development, science and technology also have been affected by the pandemic. The pandemic outbreak urged the science and technology-related sectors to work harder than ever before. This is due to reduced productivity that the pandemic has caused, mainly for safety precautions that had to be taken into account too. In the science sector, for example, according to the Creative Commons, they have joined hand in hand with legal experts and leading scientists to offer intellectual property rights in order to support the development of medicines, vaccines, and other various scientific discoveries related to COVID-19 during the pandemic, a way of open science or named Open COVID Pledge. This is a good way for scientists to access handfuls of data so research could be done in a timely manner. In terms of technology, multiple agencies such as NASA, National Science Foundation, and several universities has pooled resources to access supercomputers and cloud computing resources for drug discovery. It is used to forecast the spreading of the disease, the chemical model of possible vaccines, and also screening through different chemical compounds for the purpose of finding the vaccine or therapy for COVID-19. The tech community as a whole has also invested their technology resources in a computing project called Folding at Home, which simulates protein dynamics that assists medical researchers to develop a vaccine for various diseases, not only for COVID-19. In other news, technology in terms of communicating news had also improved. For example, a high school student had built a website which solely showcases all the statistics regarding the COVID-19 outbreak which had gained the media traction back in March. That is all for this video. We hope the information that we had provided will more or less give an idea on the COVID-19 pandemic and the past pandemic, which is the Black Plague, besides on the advancement that the science and technology had during the pandemic as well. If you would like to find out more about the effects of coronavirus on science and technology or the pandemic itself, we will leave some link in the description for your own reading. Thank you for watching and stay safe.